10 advice from Richard Branson for young people who want to be rich and successful. He dropped out of high school at the age of 16 due to his health challenges. But that was not enough to stop him. Richard Branson went on to become an entrepreneur and the richest man in the United Kingdom. Over the years, Sir Richard has given various advice about how you can be rich and successful. In this video, we'll be sharing with you 10 of the most inspiring advice of Richard Branson. Number 7 is very important, so pay close attention and watch to the end of this video. If you're new here, consider subscribing so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Advice number 1. You don't learn to walk by following rules. You learn by doing and by falling over. Most people have a wrong idea about how human brain learns or masters skills. Because of this, many young people think they are not good enough. Well, you won't be good at anything just by thinking or reading about it. You want to be an athlete, a musician, or an entrepreneur. The only way to learn how to be anything is by doing. Get out and start doing. Number 2. Do not be embarrassed by your failures. Learn from them and start again. The reason why most people never take action towards their goals is because of fear of failure. This is what I love to tell you. Whether you are afraid of failure or you take actions towards your goals, you fail anyway. Failure is an integral part of life. You can postpone it or dodge it for a time, but you can't avoid it. There are two kinds of people in life. People who get out and dare failures, and people who keep their heads safe. People who get out and dare failures make some mistakes and experience some failures, but eventually succeed. While people who keep their heads live average life and eventually fail. Do not be embarrassed by your failures. Learn from them and start again. If you avoid failures, you avoid life. Number 3. If you care about something enough to do something about it, you are in a business. I remember writing my first book. I never knew I was writing a bestseller. In fact, I never thought I was writing a book many people would like. I was simply an angry man who believed he has a better idea about the situation and putting that into writing. Most businesses start this way. When you see an individual who is angry about something, you've seen someone who has a business idea. The difference between successful people and failure is that when successful people think something is wrong, they are willing to take responsibility to make it right, while others complain about what they think is wrong. Those things you are angry about are businesses. Stop complaining. Start thinking. Start taking responsibility for solutions. If you care enough about making something right, you've got a business. Number 4. Chance favors the prepared mind. The more you practice, luckier you become. All through the human history, people who take chances are people who are prepared before such chances show up. Looking at the young people of this generation, it's hard to believe that many really prepare for anything significant. Most young people lack the ability to see the next 10 years of their lives and put up a plan. Preparation, focus, and learning requires to become successful in the future. Listen, overnight success doesn't exist except in Hollywood movies. It takes time to achieve anything significant, and only those who get prepared get ahead. Abraham Lincoln said, "If you give me 6 hours to cut down a tree, I'll spend the first 4 hours to sharpen my axe." Number 5. Business opportunities are like buses. There's always another one coming. Many people think that the rich have taken all the opportunities, but that's not true. Every now and then, new opportunities to create abundant wealth come up. and another set of ordinary but prepared people emerge as millionaires. Don't believe the trash. The world is never dry of new opportunities because there is always something to improve, something to discover, and something to create. The problem with ideas and opportunities is that you can't see them with your eyes. You can only see them with your mind. And if your mind is not prepared, it will be blind to opportunities. Number 6. I think it's quite great to set yourself a big challenge, and then you've got another reason for keeping fit. People who dream big usually don't achieve their big dreams, but in all instances, you'll be a better person if you dream of becoming a billionaire and end up being a millionaire than if you have no dream at all. It's amazing how many people simply live life without aspiration to achieve something bigger than themselves. If you want to upgrade your life, simply upgrade your dreams. Give yourself a bigger challenge and discipline yourself to pursue it. You'll make mistakes and fail, but you'll become a better human being. Number 7. To be successful, you have to be out there. You have to hit the ground running. If dreams alone make people succeed, the world will be filled with millionaires because everyone wants to be rich and successful. But it's beyond dreams. It's about waking up in the morning and hitting the ground running. The race of life is a marathon, so you have to be prepared for it. Hitting the ground running isn't when you try one or two things, fail, and get discouraged. Nah. Hitting the ground running is when you are willing to endure the journey, no matter how long it takes. Think about this. If success is easy, why is it that only few people have it? Number 8. When you're first thinking through an idea, it's important not to get bogged down in complexity. Think simply. Don't try to understand the end from the beginning. Don't try to understand everything before you get started. Think simply and seek to understand only the first step. After taking the first step, you can figure out the second and third. Number 9. There's no greater thing you can do with your life and your work than follow your passions. I know you've probably heard this a million times. The questions most young people ask whenever they hear a similar advice is, how can I know what my passion is? And what if my passion doesn't pay my bills? I have some answers for you. First, knowing what your passion is will require you to lay your hands on a few things. Yes, it's like an experiment. You have to try couples of things before you know what exactly makes you feel great. To the second question, if your passion doesn't pay your bills, you have to endure some time doing what can pay your bills while you're figuring out how you can make a living through your passion. In all, making your passion your life's long work is very important because your work will take a large part of your life. It's a terrible life if you hate Mondays. Life only makes sense if you're as happy on Mondays as you are on Friday. Life only makes sense if you're as happy on Monday as you are on Friday. It could take time and some trials and errors, but if you can pay the required price to discover yourself and follow your passion, you may never have to work for the rest of your life because your work has become pleasure. Number 10. Hard-won things are more valuable than those that come too easily. We are in the day of shortcuts. Most people want success, but they are not willing to go through pains to have it. Movies make it seem as if success can be gotten in an instant, but that's not true. Let me tell you this about success. It's not really what you get, but what you become during the process. Ask anyone who inherits a large sum of money whether they feel successful. You can't feel successful by having success thrown at you. You'll only feel successful because of the tough times you've gone through to achieve your success. So don't be afraid of going after it because it seems difficult to get. Who you become along the way is the real success. You enjoyed this video, didn't you? Would like to give you another interesting video for you to enjoy next. But before then, our team will be very happy if you can like this video and share it with your friends on social media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Look at your screen now to see 2 other videos we have picked for you to enjoy next. We love you. 10 advice from Thomas Edison for young people who want to be rich and successful. Thomas Alva Edison was an American inventor and businessman who has been described as America's greatest inventor. He is credited with developing many devices in fields such as electric power generation, mass communication, sound recording, and motion pictures. As a successful man himself, Edison gave some very good advice which may be of help to you if you wish to become rich and successful in life. In this video, we'll be sharing with you 10 of the most inspiring advice from Thomas Edison, and we wish some of them change your life. Number 8 is very important, so try and watch this video till the end. If you're new here, consider subscribing so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Number 1. If you did all the things you are capable of, you will literally outstand yourself. I was born with some of the worst disabilities in the world and grew up expecting the day I will breathe my last. However, when I became an adult, I decided to do everything I could to change my situation. At the other hand, I know so many people who grew up with a better health, in a better environment, even with richer parents who do nothing with their lives. As a young person, you can make all the excuses you want to, but the more you make those excuses, the poorer you'll become. You are more powerful than you ever imagined. If you did all the things you are capable of doing, you'll be surprised at how much success you can achieve with your life. Stop making excuses. Get out and face your fear. Number 2. Be courageous. I have seen many desperations in business. Be brave as your fathers before you. Have faith. Go forward. Many years ago, I read somewhere that the number 1 reason why most people fail in life is because of their fear of failure. After observing many adults so closely, I noticed that almost everyone has some good dreams. But unfortunately, not so many people are committed to their dreams because the road is very rough. As a young person, if you ever wish to be successful in life, you must be willing to fight hard. Stop complaining that life isn't easy, because it has never been easy for anyone before you. The road that leads to heaven is as hot as hell. Whatever your heart desires, be willing to make necessary sacrifices to get it. Number 3. To have a great idea, have a lot of them. When Anthony Robbins was starting his motivational speaking career, he read somewhere that an average public speaker speaks about 10 times in a year, or something like that. What he did was to speak in about 1 week, the numbers of times an average speaker speaks in a year. This way, he could make the numbers of mistakes an average speaker makes in a year every week, and learn what an average speaker learned in a year in just 1 week. According to the law of average, the more you do, the more your chances of success. If you want to write a best-selling book, you must be willing to write 50 books. If you want to sing a song to win Grammys, you must be willing to produce 500 tracks. If you want to discover a very lucrative business idea, you must be willing to discover 1,000 ideas. Just love the journey and keep on experimenting till you have a breakthrough. Number 4. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Thomas Edison is known to be the greatest inventor of his day, and that's because Edison failed far more than any inventor of his day. Why most people in his era would have given up after 100 experiments, Edison would still be trying after 5,000 failures. That's what it takes to succeed in anything. The greatest successes in life are the people who are strong enough to endure the highest numbers of failures. If you can't lose, you can't win. If you can't fail, you can't succeed. Number 5. Never stop learning. Read the entire panorama of literature. As a young boy, I was a good student in school, and I was so proud of that, so much that I never wanted to read any book outside my school books. However, at age 17, a friend influenced me into reading non-school books, and that's when my life changed. After I started reading books about life, money, and success, I discovered that I was learning from some 200-page books than what school could teach me in 2 years. No exaggeration here. I'm sorry. I don't know how you want to be successful in life if you are not addicted to learning. See, life is complex. Just too many things to know that if you don't learn every day, you'll soon become irrelevant. Number 6. Not everything of value in life comes from books. Experience the world. Before I went fully into the business world, I've read more than 200 books about business, money, investment, leadership, and others. And I somehow thought I knew a lot about business. But 5 years after, I looked back and saw how much I've learned getting my hands dirty in the real world. While you can't succeed if you are not reading good books, you won't succeed by just reading books. Get out to the real world and get your hands dirty. Make mistakes and fail. Experience the world and dare things. That's how to be smarter. Number 7. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Many talented people end up being nobody because talent isn't enough. Most of the life successes are ordinary people with extraordinary zeal. Success is about skills, not about talents. Focus on acquiring skills. Focus on improving yourself. Focus on being a better individual and success will be yours. Number 8. Restlessness is discontent, and discontent is the first necessity of progress. Show me a thoroughly satisfied man, and I will show you a failure. Warren Buffett noticed as a boy that his father worked too hard and still didn't make enough money to care for the family. Angry about this, the young Buffett vowed that he would become a millionaire at the age of 35 or commit suicide. He became a millionaire at the age of 13. Here's the truth. Not so many people ever become successful in life until they get to a point of desperation. If you're not desperate, you just won't be crazy enough to pursue your dreams because almost everything around you is trying to stop you. Be desperate. Be discontent. Be willing to fight hard for what you believe you desire. Number 9. Nearly every man who develops an idea works it up to a point where it looks impossible, and then he gets discouraged. That's not the place to become discouraged. You can be sad and down last night, but remember, today is a new day with a new opportunity to try again. Don't be discouraged. Try just a few more times. Number 10. Never get discouraged if you fail. Learn from it. Keep trying. This should be repeated to you a million times so that you will never forget. Life is not easy. Life will not always be fair for you. Life may sometimes treat you bad. When it seems all is over, remember, everyone who has ever become successful has gone through pains and hell. Winston Churchill said, if you're going through hell, just keep on moving. In summary, if you want to be rich and successful in life, be courageous, take risks, and their life. Remember, you're more powerful than you think. To have a great idea, have a lot of them. Never, ever, ever give up. Never stop learning. Don't just learn from books. Get out into the real world and try things. Don't focus on your talents. Build skills. Be restless. Be desperate. Be willing to pay whatever price to get what you need out of life. Never get discouraged if you fail. Learn from it. Keep trying. You enjoyed this video, didn't you? We would like to give you another interesting video for you to enjoy next. But before then, our team will be very happy if you can like this video and share it with your friends on social media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Look at your screen now to see 2 other videos we have picked for you to enjoy next. We love you.